Welcome to HL Tutoring Services violin session. This session I'm going to talk to you about fine-tuning the violin using open strings and using the fine tuners, suitable for those people who have just decided to learn the violin or people who are beginners. If you've been learning for a while, it might be a good idea just to refresh your knowledge, make sure you're tuning properly. So here are the notes. You have 4 strings on the violin and they're open strings. So when you play them without any fingers on the fingerboard, they're called open strings. So you've got the G, which is the lowest, D, A, and then E. G, D, A, E. So let's have a look at the strings. So the lowest note on the violin is the G, open G. So if you have a look on the screen, that's what it looks like on manuscript. G. It's the thickest string. Here it is. G, open G. Next to the G is the D. D, open D. And next to the D, we have the A string. This is the A string. A string. A. And then the highest pitch of an open string is the E. This is the E string next to the A, and it's the finest, thinnest string, and it's the highest pitch if you don't put any fingers down. Okay? So there are the notes. G, D, A, E. Okay, so that's what they sound and look like with music, but let's tune up. If you have broken a string or something's happened so your strings are very out of tune, we use the tuning pegs here. But if you're just learning to tune your violin, it's quite fiddly, so it might be better to get a violin teacher to help you or to watch another video on using the tuning pegs. But it will be better for you to use the fine tuners. So I'll tell you about the fine tuners. Okay, so you've got the body of the violin and you have the bridge. You have this thing called the tailpiece, and then you've got these knobbly things. Can you see them? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are fine tuners, and you can use them just if they're a little bit out of tune to tune up. So this is the A string. So what you do is when you want to tune up, you turn the fine tuner clockwise. So turn it to the right, turn it clockwise, very slowly and carefully, whilst playing a continuous note. And that will make it a higher pitch. So it will make the string a little bit sharper. So the more you turn it, the sharper it will get, the higher pitch. If you want to make it lower, make it a lower pitch, you turn it anti-clockwise. So you turn it to the left so that the notes that you're playing will sound lower, it'll have a lower pitch, and it'll be going flatter. So you do that for the different strings. So for A, for D, for G, for E. If your violin has got fine tuners, not all violins do. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll start off with the A string. So you're going to play a continuous note. If you can play on your bow, long bow, so that you can hear it, and at the same time you can change the pitch by moving the fine tuners. So you start off with the A, and where'd you get the A from? So you could listen to an app, a tuning app on your phone for an A. You could listen to another violin that's been tuned. You could listen to an oboe if you're playing in an orchestra and tune to that A. Or if you're playing with a piano, you could tune your violin to the piano A. But if you're playing with a group of musicians, then you need to tune so that you're all in tune. You've still got the same A. So you start off with the A. All right, so this is the right hand is where the bow is. Okay, the left hand, this is going to be turning the fine tuner. Okay, so I'm going to turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the left hand is doing the turning, the right hand is playing the note. If you're learning, maybe just the pizzicato. If not, long continuous notes on using the bow. All right, so I'm playing the A, and then I'm turning. Until I'm happy with that. And then you play the D, you tune the D next. So long continuous notes and then turning with the left hand. And then you tune the G. That's the thickest string, the lowest pitch. And then you tune the E, the open E, the highest pitch, E. So that's how you tune the notes on the violin. Okay, so that's the order. When you get good at it, then what you will actually do is tune with the A, first of all, on its own. Maybe to the oboe or the piano, A. And so if you're experienced, after that, you're going to double stop. So you're going to play the A and the D. So you're going to play the A and the D together whilst you have a continuous note, but you're going to be fine-tuning the D. So you'll be fine-tuning the D, but playing the A and the D together. Okay, so that's a fifth apart. And then you're going to play the G with the D. The D's in tune now, so you're going to use the fine tuner on the G, on the open G, but you play the D and the G together. moving the fine tuner. So you've tuned the G to the D. Okay, so that's the fifth. And then you're going to tune the E. You've already played the A, so you know that's in tune. But you're going to play the A with the E and use a fine tuner to tune the E. Okay, so that's the fifth part. So I'm playing both notes, but I'm using the fine tuner. So that's how you double stop to tune the A, the D, the G and the E. And then you could just do it one more time just to be sure. All right. So you could just practice that, but it really comes with experience, and you'll kind of hear how it clicks into place, and you'll just hear when it sounds right. So that's the best way to do it, by listening. The violin's all about listening to what you're playing. So that's how you would tune using your fine tuners. Use your left hand for the fine tuners, and if you find that you're playing with some other people and your fingers are in the right places but it still doesn't sound right, it could be out of tune. Maybe your violin has slipped out of tune with hot weather, if it's really cold. So you might have to stop and tune your violin after a piece that you've played or a couple of pieces. All right, so it's good practice to keep tuning. And if you're playing with different musicians, let's say you start off playing with an oboe, then you tune with them. Let's say you've got a piano next, you tune with them. So it's good practice always to tune, so that all the musicians you're playing with are in tune. Okay. If you've got any questions, any comments, then do get in touch. You can visit the website on hltutoringservices.com/violin, or you can give me a ring on 07950 598030. How do you tune? Have you got any experiences or stories about tuning? Get in touch, let me know. Well, thank you for listening today. Happy violin playing, and I look forward to sharing some more violin tips with you very soon. So thank you, bye, take care.